Hi, I'm Melissa, your free range psychic. Today is December 19th, 2021, and today I'm going to do a reading on Trump, Donald Trump, an update on Donald Trump Jr. How's Donald doing? I'm using the Ciro Marchetti Gilded Tarot for the tarot reading, and then for the oracle card at the end, I am using the Whispers of Healing deck by Angela Hartfield, and there's a musical interlude at the end. My information is in the description box below, as well as at the end of the musical intervention, not intervention, the musical interlude, if you'd like to stick around for that. I want to make an announcement that I'm going to be on Linda G's Christmas show on Saturday. So excited. So please, if you have a chance, catch that. I think we're going to both be wearing our Christmas pajamas. So let's start the reading. The card that the guides gave me for Trump, no surprise here, the devil, the orange Cheeto, coming in with all his evil energy. This is Trump incarnate, this card. Above is the Nine of Wands. This is Trump on the defensive. Really, you could say it's the Nine of Wands reversed, but this is not conceding, not capitulating, but hunkering down. And the more he gets pushed, the more pushback he tries to give back. It's like Hitler in his bunker, I would say. In the recent past, Six of Pentacles, also I could say that this might be reversed, but it's the negative meaning of this card, meaning this is the grift. This is Trump involved in trying to grift money from his followers with his Stop the Steal campaign, Stop the Steal rally, and also his new coffee book, which is like over $100 to buy. And I believe that Donald Trump Jr. got it together. They're busy hawking that right now. Donald is desperate for money. So this continuation with Stop the Steal is really about giving him this venue for grifting. Because if he stops it, then, the money may stop pouring in for him. It works for him. And also probably other money deals going on behind the scenes. But this is his basic preoccupation. Underneath his motivation, this is the Five of Swords. So what is the reverse meaning of the Five of Swords? No, I think it's pretty much clearly the upright Five of Swords. This is Trump obsessed with revenge. And the more that people come forward and spill the beans, or the more that the companies are releasing, like Verizon releasing the phone records of the house, etc., his own communication records are being requested. And, you can combine that with still fighting his tax return release. He wants to get revenge on everybody. Believe me, he has gotten revenge. He has taken revenge. People, he'll take people down however he can. We may not know that it's Trump, but, it was. He's furious at Biden, furious at the House, furious at Liz Cheney, furious at Mark Meadows. Even people who are loyal to him, if they mess up, he wants to take revenge on them. So that's where he is. He lives this card every day. In the future, what's coming up for Donald Trump? Justice. This is the House subpoenaing Trump, getting his information. Everything's leading up to that. This is New York. Recently it just came out that he may be brought up on racketeering charges there. There's so much criminality, illegality that he has wrought, and he's not getting away with it anymore. This is 2022 for him and beyond. Justice is coming for Trump. Not getting away with it. His whole life he's managed to avoid it. Not anymore. The clarifying card is the Tower. So my guides told me this isn't just the January 6th insurrection and Trump's involvement in that, which surely, it's going to be under the microscope here. Russia installed Trump in 2016. And Hillary Clinton really won that election. There were so many I can't say it this morning, I'm sorry, irregular, yes, I'll just say irregular things that happened during that election, if you can recall, that unfortunately Clinton didn't fight, but I'm not sure she could at that time have even won that fight the way that things were done just on the baseline of these swing states where you only needed a certain amount to win the electorate. But Russia had been meddling in our elections, releasing the emails, etc. But even boots on the ground, messing with the the machines, messing with everything. They did. They messed with everything, and they installed Trump, and it was in our faces when the ambassador of Russia and his representatives came to the White House, the Oval Office, and none of the American press were allowed. Remember? It was only the Russian ambassador and his cohorts. That was the takeover. That was Russia saying in our face, we are now in control of your government because we are in control of Trump, who we installed. Remember Trump talking about not just having 2 terms, but 3 terms. I mean, in his mind, that was reality. So that is what we were fighting. We were fighting for a democracy way back in 2016. And this is all going to come to light. All of it. With justice. So the outcome card, 10 of Swords, and this is surely Trump falling under his swords. This is devastating for Trump. There is no coming back for him. It's all raining down on him right now. So my guides say that he's out of his mind with worry about it. And for Trump doesn't really deal very well with that. For him, it's narcissistic rage. So he becomes very abusive, very erratic. Kind of like Hitler in his bunker, that kind of mentality. He still thinks in his egotism that he can somehow get away with it. That he can muster up the loyalty of his followers and still maintain control, but his control is waning every single day, to the point where when was it Sean Hannity, I think, who was with him, they were going to go on tour doing rallies. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. It was one of those people, like Sean Hannity. Nobody's really showing up. It's really not drawing any crowds. So that is my reading on Trump. Let's get into our Oracle card. So the Oracle card for us, rejuvenate. Take note of how you take on the energy around you. Do you tend to immerse yourself in unconstructive energy? Are you taking responsibility for a situation that really has nothing to do with you? Do you hold yourself in reproach for circumstances you have no control over? That might include feeling somehow responsible for inclement weather or someone else's bad mood. It makes no sense, yet you feel you played a role in it. Are you spending an unwarranted amount of time thinking about what other people's situation, what other people think of you? Self-examination is one way of identifying whether you are engaged in negative thinking. Negative thinking can manifest in harmful self-talk or viewing yourself disapprovingly. You may do this without even being aware that you're doing it. It can be done through self-deprecating humor that invites others to laugh at you at your expense. You may put others above you. You might give a place, an opportunity, or something you rightfully earned to someone else. You may apologize constantly, which lowers your energy. It may seem that you are ashamed of your presence in certain situations. You might be addicted to negative situations or participate in gossip. Be honest as you reflect on whether you may be taking on negative energy. Decide to make changes for the better. So how do you make changes for the better? She kind of leaves it at that, but it's a kind of tricky situation, I think, given the holidays and dysfunctional family relationships where we could be conditioned early on to become the codependent, the caretaker, to be the sacrifice, really, to give up our joy for others. Somehow we're always feeling that it's on us, and we're conditioned to feel that way. So it's good to withdraw and really start examining what you're telling yourself. Are you telling yourself that you're a great person, that you love yourself, that you are absolutely worthy? Or are you telling yourself that you suck, that you're a loser, that you mess up, that, I never do this right, I never do that right, I always create catastrophes, it's really my fault? So that's where you start. And then it's a more complex situation. People are in therapy for a long time dealing with this, but just, a little bit of a window or of light onto that. And there's a lot of great books on negative self-talk. You can Google, and you can start, and that's a great way to start, actually, to get a great book on, or something that really resonates with you, on the dialogue, the scripting you're telling yourself, and how to rescript. People do that a lot anyway when they're wanting to get into manifestation. But once you recognize this negative self-talk, then you need to combat it with positive self-talk, even if you don't believe it, because the brain will believe what you tell it. So if you find yourself having this underlying dialogue during these holiday seasons, as all this stress may pour upon you, and you're trying to take care of everybody and everything, and you're on tenterhooks about whether or not people are going to be happy or not, or maybe people will never be happy, but you feel like it's your fault. Catch yourself when you're telling yourself, yeah, of course I screwed up. Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I get a better gift for this person? And switch out that conversation and just say to yourself, I love myself. I'm a great person. I'm well-intended. I'm fantastic. Even tell yourself you're fantastic. It feels good to hear that. To hear even just yourself tell yourself that you're a great person. What a great person. Look at everything you've done. You really have a good heart. Whatever it is, just hearing that from yourself lifts your mood, lifts your vibration, and then you begin to believe it. And you have a right to believe it, because you are a great person. Someone sent me these cards, and that's you, Abigail, and a whole stack of them, and they say, you are awesome. These are great cards. Someone has given you this card because you are awesome. So please, everybody, take that in. You are awesome. So saying that, I want to wish everybody a happy solstice, a happy winter solstice, which is on Tuesday, as I said before, and have a fantastic lead up to Christmas. And I will see you on Christmas Day with Linda G. Take care. I love you. You are awesome. Bye-bye.